In the twilight of our years, we often find ourselves pondering life's greatest questions. What truly brings lasting happiness? How can we cultivate a sense of fulfillment that withstands the test of time? Today, we turn to the wisdom of one of history's most profound thinkers, Aristotle. His insights, though ancient, resonate with a timeless truth that speaks directly to the hearts of those who have walked this earth for many seasons. Imagine, for a moment, sitting beneath an olive tree in ancient Greece, the warm Mediterranean breeze carrying the scent of cypress and sage. Aristotle, with his keen eyes and thoughtful demeanor, begins to speak. His words, though spoken over 2 millennia ago, hold the power to transform our understanding of happiness in our golden years. Aristotle believed that true happiness, what he called eudaimonia, was not a fleeting emotion or a momentary pleasure. It was, instead, a state of being, a way of living that aligned with our deepest virtues and allowed us to flourish as human beings. This concept of eudaimonia offers us a profound shift in perspective, especially as we navigate the complex terrain of our later years. As we delve into Aristotle's teachings, let us consider how they apply to our lives today. How can the wisdom of this ancient philosopher guide us towards a more fulfilling existence, rich with meaning and purpose? Our first exploration takes us to the heart of Aristotle's philosophy, the pursuit of eudaimonia over mere pleasure. In a world that often equates happiness with instant gratification, Aristotle challenges us to look deeper. He invites us to consider happiness not as a series of pleasurable moments, but as a life well lived, a life of virtue and meaning. Think back on your own journey. What moments stand out not for their fleeting joy, but for their lasting impact on your character? Perhaps it was a time when you showed great courage in the face of adversity, or when you extended compassion to someone in need. These are the building blocks of eudaimonia, actions and choices that reflect our highest virtues. Aristotle teaches us that true happiness comes from living in accordance with these virtues. It's about nurturing our soul and spirit, not just indulging our senses. As we age, this wisdom becomes even more poignant. We have the benefit of years of experience, of triumphs and tribulations that have shaped our character. Now is the time to reflect on the virtues we've embodied throughout our lives and how they can continue to guide us. Consider the virtue of wisdom, for instance. How has your understanding of the world deepened over the years? How can you share this wisdom with others, contributing to their growth and finding fulfillment in the process? Or think about the virtue of courage. It may no longer mean physical feats of bravery, but the courage to face each day with optimism, to try new things, to open your heart to new relationships, even in the face of past losses. Aristotle's concept of eudaimonia invites us to see our later years not as a decline, but as an opportunity for continued growth and flourishing. It's a time to harvest the fruits of our lifelong journey of character development and to continue cultivating our virtues with intention and care. As we embrace this pursuit of eudaimonia, we naturally encounter Aristotle's next great teaching, the principle of the golden mean. This concept suggests that virtue lies in the balance between extremes. It's not about denying ourselves pleasure or indulging every whim, but finding that sweet spot of moderation in all aspects of life. In our younger years, we may have swung between extremes, working too hard or playing too much, being overly cautious or recklessly bold. Now, with the wisdom of age, we have the opportunity to find that golden balance. Consider your daily routines. Are there areas where you tend towards excess or deficiency? Perhaps in your eating habits, your exercise regimen, or how you spend your leisure time. Aristotle would encourage us to seek balance in these areas. For example, in maintaining our health, the golden mean might lie between obsessing over every calorie and completely neglecting our physical well-being. It could mean enjoying our favorite foods in moderation, while also ensuring we get regular, gentle exercise that keeps us active without overstraining our bodies. This principle of balance extends to our emotional lives as well. As we age, we may face challenges that tempt us towards extremes of emotion. perhaps withdrawing entirely in the face of loss, or clinging too tightly to the past. The golden mean invites us to feel our emotions fully while not being overwhelmed by them. It encourages us to stay engaged with life while also accepting the natural changes that come with age. In our relationships, too, the golden mean offers valuable guidance. It suggests finding a balance between solitude and social engagement, between independence and accepting help from others. As we age, our social circles may naturally shrink, but Aristotle would encourage us to maintain meaningful connections, while also cherishing our time for self-reflection and personal pursuits. Applying the golden mean in our lives requires self-awareness and often a willingness to adjust our habits. It's about constantly recalibrating, finding that sweet spot that allows us to thrive. This ongoing process of self-reflection and adjustment is itself a source of growth and fulfillment. As we practice finding balance in our lives, we naturally move into Aristotle's next key teaching, the cultivation of virtue through daily practice. Aristotle believed that virtues were not innate traits, but skills that could be developed through consistent effort. Just as a musician becomes proficient through regular practice, we too can cultivate virtues like patience, generosity, or courage through daily acts. This perspective is particularly empowering in our later years. It reminds us that personal growth is a lifelong journey, that we are never too old to refine our character or develop new virtues. Each day presents us with opportunities to practice and strengthen these qualities. For instance, consider the virtue of patience. In a world that seems to move ever faster, cultivating patience can be a profound act of self-care and wisdom. You might practice patience when dealing with physical limitations, when interacting with younger generations who may not share your perspective, or when facing the sometimes slow pace of daily life. Or think about the virtue of gratitude. Each day, you could make a conscious effort to notice and appreciate the small joys in your life. The warmth of sunlight on your face, a kind word from a neighbor, the taste of your morning coffee. Over time, this practice can profoundly shift your perspective, leading to a deeper sense of contentment and joy. Aristotle's approach to virtue reminds us that character is not set in stone. Even in our later years, we have the capacity for growth and change. This ongoing process of self-improvement can be a source of great fulfillment, giving each day purpose and meaning. As we cultivate these virtues, we naturally enhance our capacity for one of Aristotle's most cherished elements of a happy life: friendship. Aristotle considered deep, meaningful friendships to be essential for eudaimonia. He believed that true friends help us grow in virtue and provide a mirror in which we can see ourselves more clearly. In our golden years, the value of friendship takes on new dimensions. As our roles in work and family may change, friendships can provide a vital source of support, joy, and purpose. Aristotle encourages us to invest time and energy in nurturing these connections. Think about the friendships in your life. Are there old friends you've lost touch with whom you could reconnect? Are there acquaintances that could develop into deeper friendships with a little effort? Aristotle would encourage us to be proactive in our relationships, to reach out, to be vulnerable, to share our thoughts and experiences. Moreover, he would remind us that it's never too late to form new friendships. Joining a club, volunteering, or taking a class can all be ways to meet like-minded individuals and forge connections. These new friendships can bring fresh perspectives into our lives, challenging us to grow and keeping our minds active and engaged. Aristotle also speaks to the quality of our friendships. He believed that the highest form of friendship was based on mutual appreciation of each other's virtues. As we age, we have the wisdom to cultivate these deeper connections, moving beyond superficial interactions to relationships grounded in shared values and mutual support. In these friendships, we find not just companionship, but opportunities for continued growth and self-discovery. Our friends can encourage us to try new things, to see the world from different perspectives, and to continue expanding our horizons even as we age. As we reflect on Aristotle's wisdom about friendship, we're naturally led to consider another key aspect of his philosophy: the importance of engaging in meaningful activities. Aristotle believed that happiness comes not from passive enjoyment, but from actively engaging in pursuits that challenge us and allow us to exercise our uniquely human capacities. In our later years, this principle takes on special significance. As we retire from careers or step back from family responsibilities, we have the opportunity to rediscover old passions or explore entirely new interests. Aristotle would encourage us to see this time not as a winding down, but as an opening up of new possibilities for growth and engagement. Perhaps there's a hobby you've always wanted to pursue, but never had the time for: painting, writing, or learning a musical instrument. Now might be the perfect time to dive in. Or maybe you're drawn to intellectual pursuits, studying history, philosophy, or science. The act of learning itself, regardless of the subject, can be a source of great fulfillment. Aristotle would also remind us that meaningful activity often involves contributing to the well-being of others. This could take many forms of volunteering in your community, mentoring younger people, or using your professional skills to help non-profit organizations. By engaging in activities that benefit others, we not only find personal fulfillment but also contribute to the greater good, a key component of eudaimonia. The key is to find activities that truly resonate with you, that challenge you in just the right way, and that give you a sense of purpose. These pursuits become a source of what psychologists today call flow, a state of deep engagement where we lose track of time and feel fully alive. As we engage in these meaningful activities, Aristotle would encourage us to approach them with a spirit of excellence. This doesn't mean striving for perfection, but rather doing our best and continually seeking to improve. Whether we're tending a garden, creating art, or volunteering, bringing our full attention and effort to the task enriches the experience and contributes to our sense of fulfillment. This engagement in meaningful activities naturally leads us to another crucial aspect of Aristotle's philosophy: the importance of self-reflection and self-understanding. Aristotle believed that the examined life was key to happiness. He encouraged his students to engage in regular contemplation, to question their beliefs and actions, and to strive for greater self-awareness. In our later years, we have a unique opportunity for this kind of deep reflection. We have a wealth of experiences to draw upon, and often more time for quiet contemplation. Aristotle would encourage us to make the most of this opportunity, to delve into our inner worlds with curiosity and openness. This process of self-reflection can take many forms. Some find it helpful to keep a journal, writing down their thoughts, memories, and insights. Others might prefer meditation or prayer, creating space for quiet introspection. Still others might find that conversations with trusted friends or family members help them gain new perspectives on themselves and their lives. As we engage in this self-reflection, Aristotle would encourage us to ask probing questions. What values have guided our lives? How have our beliefs and perspectives changed over the years? What brings us the deepest sense of fulfillment? What regrets do we carry, and how can we make peace with them? This process of self-examination isn't always easy. It may bring up difficult emotions or uncomfortable truths. But Aristotle believed that facing these challenges was essential for growth and true happiness. By understanding ourselves more deeply, we become better equipped to make choices that align with our true values and desires. Moreover, this self-reflection can lead to a profound sense of self-acceptance. As we review our lives, we may come to appreciate the wisdom we've gained through our experiences, both positive and negative. We may develop a deeper compassion for ourselves and others, recognizing the common struggles and joys of the human experience. Aristotle's emphasis on self-reflection also opens the door to one of his most powerful ideas, the concept of potential. He believed that each person had unique potentials, and that true happiness came from realizing these potentials as fully as possible. In our later years, we have the opportunity to ask ourselves what potentials we still wish to develop. What parts of ourselves have we neglected that we might now nurture? This process of self-discovery and self-actualization is ongoing. Aristotle would remind us that we are never too old to learn, to grow, to become more fully ourselves. Each day presents new opportunities for self-understanding and self-expression. As we delve deeper into this journey of self-reflection, we naturally encounter another key aspect of Aristotle's philosophy: the importance of contributing to greater good. Aristotle believed that humans were inherently social beings, and that our happiness was inextricably linked to the well-being of our communities. In our golden years, we have a unique opportunity to give back to society in meaningful ways. We have accumulated a lifetime of knowledge, skills, and experiences that can be invaluable to others. Aristotle would encourage us to consider how we can use these gifts to make a positive impact on the world around us. This contribution can take many forms. Some might choose to volunteer, offering their time and skills to organizations that align with their values. Others might become mentors, sharing their wisdom with younger generations. Still others might use their life experiences to advocate for important causes or to create art that speaks to the human condition. The key is to find ways of contributing that resonate with our personal strengths and passions. Perhaps you have a talent for storytelling that could bring joy to children in hospitals. Maybe your professional expertise could help a non-profit organization improve its operations. Or perhaps your life experiences give you unique insights that could help shape public policy for the betterment of seniors. Aristotle would remind us that these contributions don't have to be grand gestures. Small acts of kindness, words of encouragement, or simply being a good listener can have a profound impact on those around us. The ripple effects of our actions can extend far beyond what we might imagine. Moreover, this focus on contributing to the greater good can provide a powerful sense of purpose in our later years. It connects us to something larger than ourselves, giving our lives meaning and significance. It allows us to leave a legacy, to know that in some way, we've made the world a little better for having been here. This outward focus also has personal benefits. Research has shown that altruism and volunteering are linked to increased happiness and better health outcomes, especially in older adults. By giving of ourselves, we often receive far more in return: a sense of connection, purpose, and fulfillment. As we consider how to contribute to the greater good, Aristotle would encourage us to also reflect on our place in the larger tapestry of life. This brings us to another crucial aspect of his philosophy: the acceptance of life's transience and the importance of finding peace with the natural cycles of existence. Aristotle recognized that change was an inherent part of life. He encouraged his students to cultivate a mindset that could embrace this change rather than resist it. In our later years, this wisdom becomes particularly poignant as we face the realities of aging and mortality. Accepting the transient nature of life doesn't mean resigning ourselves to decline or giving up on growth. Rather, it's about finding peace with the natural rhythms of existence. It's about appreciating the beauty of each stage of life, including our current one, with all its unique challenges and gifts. This acceptance can be liberating. When we let go of the need to control everything or to stay forever young, we open ourselves to new possibilities. We can focus on making the most of the present moment, on cultivating the relationships and experiences that truly matter to us. Aristotle would encourage us to reflect on the cycles we've witnessed in our own lives, the seasons that have come and gone, the roles we've moved through, the changes we've navigated. Each of these experiences has contributed to who we are today. By accepting and even embracing these changes, we can find a deeper sense of peace and contentment. This acceptance also allows us to let go of past regrets and future anxieties. Aristotle believed that true happiness existed in the present moment, in living fully and virtuously right now. By accepting life's transience, we're better able to focus on making the most of each day we're given. Moreover, this perspective can deepen our appreciation for the present. When we recognize the fleeting nature of life, each moment becomes more precious. A conversation with a friend, a beautiful sunset, the taste of a favorite meal, all of these can be sources of profound joy when we're fully present to experience them. As we cultivate this acceptance, we also open ourselves to new beginnings. Aristotle would remind us that endings often create space for new growth. Perhaps the end of a career opens up time for a new passion. Maybe the loss of certain physical abilities encourages us to develop new skills or perspectives. By embracing change, we remain open to the possibilities that each new day brings. This acceptance of life's transience naturally leads us to Aristotle's final key teaching that we'll explore today: the importance of continuous learning and growth. Aristotle believed that the pursuit of knowledge and understanding was one of the highest forms of human activity. He saw it not just as a means to an end, but as an essential component of a fulfilling life. In our later years, this commitment to ongoing learning takes on new significance. We have the opportunity to pursue knowledge for its own sake, free from the pressures of career advancement or formal education. We can explore topics that truly interest us, following our curiosity wherever it leads. This continuous learning keeps our minds active and engaged, which research has shown is crucial for cognitive health as we age. But beyond these practical benefits, it enriches our lives in countless ways. It opens up new perspectives, keeps us connected to the world around us, and brings a sense of wonder and discovery to our daily lives. So, how can we embrace this principle of continuous learning and growth in our golden years? Let's explore some practical ways to keep our minds active and engaged. First, consider revisiting old interests or hobbies that you may have set aside earlier in life. Perhaps you've always had a passion for art, but never had the time to pursue it fully. Now might be the perfect opportunity to pick up a paintbrush or enroll in an art class. Or maybe you've always been fascinated by history, but never had the chance to delve deeply into it. Now you can lose yourself in historical books, documentaries, or even plan trips to historical sites. Another approach is to explore entirely new subjects or skills. The world is full of fascinating topics waiting to be discovered. Have you ever been curious about astronomy? Why not start stargazing or join a local astronomy club? Or perhaps you've always wanted to learn a new language. It's never too late to start. And studies have shown that learning a new language can have significant cognitive benefits for older adults. Technology offers us unprecedented access to learning opportunities. Online courses, many of them free, cover almost every subject imaginable. Platforms like Coursera, edX, or Khan Academy allow you to learn from world-class instructors at your own pace. You could study anything from philosophy to quantum physics, all from the comfort of your own home. Reading, of course, remains one of the most accessible and rewarding ways to continue learning. Whether you prefer non-fiction books that expand your knowledge or novels that transport you to different worlds and perspectives, regular reading is a powerful tool for mental stimulation and growth. But learning doesn't always have to be solitary. Consider joining a book club or discussion group. These not only encourage you to read regularly, but also provide opportunities for stimulating conversations and social connections. Sharing ideas and perspectives with others can deepen your understanding and open your mind to new ways of thinking. Engaging in creative pursuits is another excellent way to keep learning and growing. Whether it's writing, painting, music, or crafts, creative activities challenge our brains in unique ways. They encourage us to see the world differently, express ourselves, and continually improve our skills. Travel, when possible, is a powerful form of learning. Experiencing different cultures, cuisines, and ways of life broadens our perspectives and challenges our assumptions. Even if long-distance travel isn't feasible, exploring new areas in your own region can provide fresh experiences and insights. Volunteering or mentoring can also be a form of continuous learning. By sharing your knowledge and skills with others, you often find that you learn just as much as you teach. the questions and perspectives of those you're helping can lead you to new insights and understandings. Remember, the goal of this continuous learning isn't to achieve any particular level of expertise or to compete with others. It's about the joy of discovery, the satisfaction of challenging yourself, and the richness that new knowledge and experiences bring to your life. Aristotle believed that this pursuit of knowledge and understanding was closely tied to our ability to live a good and happy life. By continually expanding our understanding of the world and ourselves, we become better equipped to make wise choices, to appreciate the beauty and complexity of life, and to find meaning in our experiences. As we embrace this principle of lifelong learning, we also set a powerful example for younger generations. We demonstrate that curiosity and growth aren't limited by age, that the pursuit of knowledge is a lifelong journey that brings joy and fulfillment at every stage of life. So, dear friends, as we come to the end of our exploration of Aristotle's wisdom, let's take a moment to reflect on the journey we've taken together. We've delved into the concept of eudaimonia, understanding that true happiness comes not from fleeting pleasures, but from living a life of virtue and purpose. We've explored the importance of balance in all things, the golden mean that helps us navigate the complexities of life. We've discussed the cultivation of virtue as a daily practice, recognizing that character is built through small, consistent actions over time. We've celebrated the vital role of friendship and meaningful connections in our lives, understanding that shared joys are multiplied and shared sorrows are divided. We've acknowledged the importance of engaging in meaningful activities, of finding those pursuits that challenge us and bring us joy. We've recognized the power of self-reflection and the ongoing journey of self-understanding. We've explored how contributing to the greater good not only helps others, but also brings deep satisfaction and meaning to our own lives. We've learned to embrace the transient nature of life, finding peace in acceptance and openness to new begins. And finally, we've celebrated the joy of continuous learning and growth, recognizing that every day brings new opportunities for discovery and understanding. As you move forward from this moment, I encourage you to carry these teachings with you. Let them inform your choices, guide your actions, and enrich your days. Remember that happiness, as Aristotle understood it, isn't a destination to be reached, but a way of traveling through life. Each morning when you wake, you have the opportunity to choose how you will live that day. Will you practice a virtue, even in small ways? Will you seek balance in your actions and decisions? Will you reach out to a friend or loved one? Will you engage in an activity that brings you joy and fulfillment? Will you take a moment for self-reflection? Will you find a way to contribute to others? Will you practice acceptance of life changes? Will you learn something new? These daily choices, seemingly small, add up over time to create a life of deep and lasting happiness, a life of eudaimonia, of human flourishing. And remember, dear friends, that this journey is uniquely yours. Your path to happiness will be different from anyone else's, shaped by your experiences, your values, and your unique gifts. Embrace that uniqueness. There is no one right way to apply Aristotle's wisdom. The key is to engage with these ideas, to reflect on them, and to find the ways they resonate in your own life. As you continue on your journey, be gentle with yourself. Growth and change take time. Some days will be easier than others, but each day is a new opportunity to move a little closer to the person you want to be, to the life you want to live. Take comfort in knowing that you're not alone on this journey. Across the centuries, countless others have found guidance and inspiration in these same teachings. And all around you, there are others striving, just like you, to live lives of meaning and purpose. So, my dear companions on this grand adventure of life, I leave you with this final thought. May you find joy in the journey of becoming. May you embrace each day as an opportunity for growth and discovery. May you cultivate deep and lasting happiness through living with virtue, purpose, and an open heart. And above all, may you always remember that within you lies the wisdom and strength to create a life of true flourishing. A life that Aristotle would recognize as one well lived, a life of eudaimonia. Go forth with courage, with curiosity, and with compassion for yourself and for others. The path of lasting happiness lies before you, illuminated by the timeless wisdom of Aristotle and countless other seekers who have gone before us. Walk that path with confidence, knowing that each step brings you closer to the fullest expression of yourself. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of Aristotle's wisdom. May it serve as a guiding light as you continue your own unique journey towards lasting happiness and a life well lived. Until we meet again, may your days be filled with wonder, growth, and the deep satisfaction that comes from living in harmony with your true self.